Ross and the Supremes on WAEB AM 790. Good morning, 9:48 already, 12 minutes away from 10 o'clock with Jim Reid. And AccuWeather staff meteorologist Joe Lundberg has the WAEB 3-day AccuWeather forecast. Today, partly cloudy and less humid, a high of 83, and then tonight, partly cloudy skies, down to 64 for a low. Tomorrow, partly sunny and pleasant, should be quite nice, a high of 83. And then on Monday, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and a high of 79. At the shore today, cloudy, there's a chance of a shower, a high of 78. And in the Poconos, mostly sunny skies this afternoon. As soon as the cloud cover burns off, a high of 74. Right now, 67 degrees at WAEB.
Eagles football on WAEB.
It's the Birds' first exhibition game as they fly to lunch.
AM 790 WAEB.
9:53 on WAEB AM 790 with Jim Reid. And John Gormley is coming up next with the latest news and information. He'll be followed by CBS News at the top of the hour.
It is 9:55, 69 degrees under partial sunshine in some parts of the Lehigh Valley, on the way to a high of 83 today. Good morning, I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio. Milwaukee are suspended. I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio. Get set for Radio Sports, WAEB AM 790's
Double header.
And you hear it right here on WAEB AM 790 Radio Sports.
This afternoon at 1:20 on WAEB Radio Sports, the Kansas City Royals are going to be taking on the Blue Jays of Toronto. And then immediately following that ball game, it's going to be the Phillies and the Giants. You can catch both games right here on WAEB Radio Sports.
Use only as directed.
AM 790 WAEB.
Coming up on 1024 on WAEB AM 790 with Jim Reid. Certainly a pleasure to have you here with us this weekend. John Gormley coming up in about 6 minutes with the latest news headlines.
It is 10:30, 70 degrees under partly sunny skies now in the Lehigh Valley, on the way to a high of 83 this afternoon. Good morning, I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio. Pennsylvania's budget impasse remains deadlocked this weekend. I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio.
Your game day tickets are with Radio Sports, WAEB AM Radio Sports.
From 1969, Build Me a Buttercup on WAEB AM 790. Good morning, 10:38, 22 minutes away from 11 o'clock with Jim Reid. And tonight at 7 o'clock, it's the Big 33 High School Football Classic. The best high school players in Pennsylvania against those from Maryland. And it's going to be live tonight from Hershey with our own Mike Gooman doing the color commentary right here on WAEB Radio Sports. AccuWeather staff meteorologist Joe Lundberg has the WAEB 3-day AccuWeather forecast. Today, partly cloudy and less humid, a high of 83, and then tonight, partly cloudy skies, down to 64 for a low. Tomorrow, partly sunny and pleasant, a high of 83, and then on Monday, mostly cloudy. There's a chance of a shower or two, a high of 79, and right now we're at 70 at WAEB.
How many times have you rushed off to a...
Hi, this is Jim Hamilton. Coming up on Drive Time Monday afternoon with Chris Bailey and Brian Downs, as I'm on vacation, we'll be on the live line. That's Drive Time Monday at 3 after Rush Limbaugh on WAEB.
Obla di Obla da on WAEB AM 790. It's 10:48, 12 minutes away from 11 o'clock. And tonight, immediately following the Big 33 High School Football Classic, it's going to be more Major League Baseball action. That's right, the LA Dodgers are going to be hosting the Montreal Expos, and you can catch that one right here after the Big 33 game on WAEB Radio Sports. AccuWeather staff meteorologist Joe Lundberg has the WAEB 3-day AccuWeather forecast. Today, partly cloudy and less humid, a high of 83. And then tonight, partly cloudy skies, down to 64 for a low. Tomorrow, partly sunny and pleasant, a high of 83. And then on Monday, mostly cloudy. There is a chance of a shower or two and a high of 79. And right now we're at 71 WAEB degrees.
There are exactly 94 days in summer. Pays you back.
AM 790
10:55, 71 degrees under clearing skies in the Lehigh Valley, on the way to a high of 83. Good morning, I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio. WAEB repeating this hour's top story. UN observers will try once again to take a look at Iraq's nuclear capabilities. I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio.
Get set for Radio Sports WAEB AM 790's
Double header.
And you hear it right here on WAEB AM 790 Radio Sports.
It is 11:13 on WAEB AM 790 with Jim Reid. An exciting Major League Baseball action starts this afternoon at 1:20. It's going to be the Kansas City Royals against the Toronto Blue Jays. And then immediately following that ball game, the Phils and the Giants right here on WAEB. Oh, back to the days of flower power, huh? Scott McKenzie in San Francisco on WAEB AM 790. It's 11:19, 19 minutes after 11 o'clock with Jim Reid, and the Phils are coming your way this afternoon. They're going to be taking on the San Francisco Giants. That'll be coming your way right after the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays. You can catch them both right here on WAEB Radio Sports. Here's the update from AccuWeather staff meteorologist Steve Cradafell with the WAEB 3-day AccuWeather forecast. Today, partly cloudy, less humid, a high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy and down to 62 for our low. And tomorrow, partly sunny and pleasant, should be quite nice, a high of 83. And then on Monday, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers, a high of 79. At the shore, it's cloudy, chance of showers there, a high of 72. Right now, 71 degrees at WAEB.
On Wednesday, July.
That's 1-800-ABCDEFG.
WAEB AM 790, the number one voice of the Lehigh Valley. Two girls forever.
Or as they used to say over in Germany, zwei Mädchens für einen Jungen, huh? Yeah, you got to be bilingual to be an air personality, huh? It's 11:26 on WAEB AM 790 with Jim Reid. John Gormley is coming up next with the latest news headlines. Are you ready, Barbara?
It is 11:30, 73 degrees under mostly sunny skies in the Lehigh Valley, on the way to a high of 83 later today. Good morning, I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio. I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio.
Your game day tickets are with Radio Sports WAEB AM 790.
Another classic from the Righteous Brothers. Bring back that lovin' feeling, honey. It's 11:38 on WAEB AM 790 with Jim Reid. Hope you're having a good weekend. This evening at 7 o'clock, it's the best of Pennsylvania versus the best of Maryland in the Big 33 High School Football Classic. That's tonight, 7 o'clock, live from Hershey. Our own Mike Gooman is going to be doing the color commentary on that ball game, and you can catch it all right here on WAEB Radio Sports beginning at 7 o'clock. AccuWeather staff meteorologist Steve Cradafell has the WAEB 3-day AccuWeather forecast. Today, partly cloudy, less humid, high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy, should be nice, a low of 62, and then tomorrow, partly sunny and pleasant, a high of 83. On Monday, mostly cloudy. There's a chance of a shower or two, a high of 79. And right now we're at 72 WAEB degrees.
Do you seek more out of life?
WAEB AM 790.
WAEB 1961.
There's Ricky, and hello, Mary Lou. It's 11:47 on WAEB AM 790. I'm Jim Reid. Certainly a pleasure to have you with us this weekend. And the weather is, well, it could be better, but it could be worse. All right, AccuWeather staff meteorologist Steve Cradafell has the WAEB 3-day AccuWeather forecast. Today, partly cloudy, less humid, however, a high of 83. And then tonight, partly cloudy skies, down to 62 for our low. Tomorrow, partly sunny and pleasant, should be quite nice, a high of 83. And then on Monday, mostly cloudy. There is a chance of a couple of showers, a high of 79. 74 degrees at WAEB.
WAEB AM 790 along with Wendy's and Triple H.
WAEB AM 790. Well, since she put me down, I bet I'm doing it my
11:53 on WAEB AM 790 with Jim Reid. And John Gormley is coming up next. The latest news and information. He'll be followed by CBS News at the top of the hour.
It is 11:55, 74 degrees under mostly sunny skies in the Lehigh Valley, on the way to a high of 83. Good morning, I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio. I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio.
Get set for Radio Sports WAEB AM 790's
Double header.
And you hear it right here on WAEB AM 790 Radio Sports.
All the reflections, just like Romeo and Juliet. You see where Liz is going to take the trip down the aisle one more time, huh? Yeah, hopefully this will be it. It's 12:13 on WAEB with Jim Reid. Exciting baseball action comes your way this afternoon at 1:20 with the Royals and the Blue Jays. Well, I guess some things were just meant to be, huh? The Isley Brothers, and I guess I'll always love you. On AM 790 WAEB, it's 12:18. AccuWeather staff meteorologist Steve Cradafell will have the WAEB 3-day AccuWeather forecast in just a moment. But first, I'd like to remind you that tonight at 7 o'clock, it's the Big 33 High School Football Classic. That's right, the best of Pennsylvania versus the best of Maryland, and our own Mike Gooman is going to be doing the color commentary. That's tonight live from Hershey at 7 o'clock on WAEB Radio Sports. All right, let's take a look at AccuWeather. Steve Cradafell says today, partly cloudy and less humid, a high of 83. And then tonight, partly cloudy skies down to 62 degrees for a low. Tomorrow, partly sunny and pleasant, high of 83. And then on Monday, mostly cloudy. There is a chance of a shower or two, a high of 79. And right now, it's 75 degrees at WAEB.
You know, Pennsylvania's budget problem.
Card that pays you back.
AM 790 WAEB.
It is 12:30, 74 degrees under mostly sunny skies in the Lehigh Valley, on the way to an afternoon high of 83.
Double header.
Listen for the action exclusively on WAEB AM 790 Radio Sports.
WAEB 1958.
Many a tear has to fall.
That's one of my favorites from 1958. Tommy Edwards, It's All in the Game on WAEB AM 790. Good afternoon, 12:39, 21 minutes away from 1 o'clock with Jim Reid. And all the excitement as far as sports activity gets underway this afternoon at 1:20. It's going to be the Kansas City Royals playing the Blue Jays in Toronto. And then immediately following that ball game, we'll see what the Phils have up their sleeves. See if there are any tricks left, huh? Trying to snap I think it's a 5-game losing streak. They're going to be taking on the Giants in San Francisco. And we'll be carrying that one, as we said, right after the ball game right here on WAEB. AccuWeather staff meteorologist Steve Cradafell has the WAEB 3-day AccuWeather forecast. Today, partly cloudy and less humid, a high of 83. And then tonight, partly cloudy skies, down to 62 for a low. Tomorrow, partly sunny and pleasant, a high of 83. And then on Monday, mostly cloudy, chance of a couple of showers, a high of 79. Right now, 75 degrees at WAEB.
Excuse me.
Yes?
AccuTraffic with Rich Carlisle, John Cosette's AccuWeather forecast, and Sean King, the Public Relations Director for DCI's Eastern Regional Championship Summer Music Games, coming to J. Bernie Crum Stadium, will be on the live line. That's drive time Monday at 3 after Rush Limbaugh on WAEB.
Yes, but will you respect me, huh? That's the question. Shirelles from 1961 on WAEB AM 790. It's 12:46 with Jim Reid. John Gormley going to be here at 5 before the hour.
One can have a dream, baby.
Yeah, no matter how you slice it, it takes two, all right. Marvin Gaye and Kim Weston from 1967 on WAEB AM 790. Good afternoon, 12:49 with Jim Reid. And tomorrow afternoon at 12:30, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be here on WAEB Radio Sports. Going to be taking on the Buffalo Bills, right, live from Wembley Stadium, the American Bulls, what they call it. And, of course, you can catch it right here, as we said. AccuWeather staff meteorologist Steve Cradafell has the WAEB 3-day AccuWeather forecast. Today, partly cloudy, less humid, a high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, down to 62 for a low. And then tomorrow, partly sunny and pleasant, a high of 83. And on Monday, Mostly cloudy skies. There is a chance of a shower or two and a high of 79. Right now, 75 degrees. What we have at WAEB.
Now there's a magical reading course on cassette.
Check your script.
I mean, my hero.
We deliver for you.
Official sponsor of the 1992 Olympic Games.
It is 12:55, 75 degrees under mostly clear skies in the Lehigh Valley, on the way to a high of 83. Good afternoon, I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio. 5 degrees at WAEB, repeating this hour's top story. Afflerbach says to Casey, lighten up, or we may pass a budget without you. I'm John Gormley, WAEB News Radio.
Get set for Radio Sports WAEB AM 790.
Double header.
AM 790 WAEB.
Gene McDaniels from 1961 and 100 pounds of clay on WAEB AM 790 at 17 after 1, and it's exciting American League Baseball. The Toronto Blue Jays against the Kansas City Royals as the CBS baseball game.